Hi everyone, this is Swanky Markets with the outlook for Tuesday the 6th of July. I hope you took my advice and took a day off. I said I anticipated price to go sideways and I was going to do other things today, and it did. America was on holidays. Most pairs did not move at all. Tomorrow, however, this week we could be in for a few volatile days. Price could burst tomorrow. We could be in very few volatile days ahead of us. I would expect to see some movement tomorrow. It is like pressure building up inside a canister, and tomorrow they will take the top off and it should move quite a bit. So be very, very careful on that and wait for your setups to happen. Wait for price to come to you. Do not chase price, okay? And don't forget, last week was one of the weirdest weeks I have ever known. It's got to be in my top 5 weirdest weeks of all time. I think I posted you my thoughts on that Thursday night, and there's those who subscribe to the email. So be very, very careful. A lot of news out tomorrow as well, starting tonight. Be very careful on the Aussie dollar pairs. You've got trade balance, cash rate. You also have the RBA rate statement. That's at 5:30 a.m. GMT. Tomorrow you have also CAD news at 1:30, building permits, and you have US dollar ISM non-manufacturing PMI also out tomorrow. So be very, 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 very careful tomorrow with your news, especially on the Aussie pairs, those of you that live in Asia or those of you who trade the Asian pairs. Let's start on the pound. On the weekly, let's go to the weekly. You can see we are in a clear downtrend. Price came up here to 50% of the fib, came all the way back down now to the 38.2 of the fib. Bounced off 38.2 of the fib. On the daily, let's go to the daily. You can see the importance of the 78.6 15226 that I showed you last night, and price today opened and it couldn't get above 15181. It's at now 15133 today. You see, so you can see the rejection. Remember the importance of the fib levels I showed you last night. So you can see you can also see in the daily the stocks are turning down. Now this might get rejected and might come back down again. It might. The MACD has made a lower low. However, on the 4 hour, it's in a clear uptrend. You can see the channel we are in the 4 hour. This is just going up and bouncing up, and for the drive, retrace, drive, retrace, drive, retrace, drive, retrace. This is in a clear channel. Now the ultra conservative of you will just wait for a breakout of this channel. You won't touch it, and you don't care how many weeks it takes, but you'll wait for a breakout of the channel. However, I won't. So moved that by accident. So the way to play this are, if we go back to a daily, if you are in the mindset that this is going to go up, you will wait for a 4-hour close above 15226, 4-hour close above, and you would get in on the retest. However, if you believe it's going to go up, you will either wait for a close above 15226 on the 4-hour chart and a retest, or you will long at 1.5 thousand if you were believing it's going to go long. This is really hanging on a ledge here. It's got to go one way or the other. Really is hanging on the ledge. However, if you believe that this is going to go short, then you will look to short at 1.52 thousand. However, I will look to my London Open system tomorrow, which is doing very well, and I will decide what way I'm going to play this tomorrow. But you, on your mindset, I would advise you to do the same. Wait for London Open and then decide, look at EMAs on different time frames, price action, all that, and decide which way you're going to go. And if you're going to go long or short, those are the levels and the areas you want to go to. So where else are we going to go? Let's go to the... Now this is where we're very confused at the moment. This is the euro. Hold on, let me just do this here, guys. This is the euro dollar. Euro dollar. Right, if we don't forget, on the monthly, we've got this pin bar reversal here, and the first few days this month, up it's come. Now we're looking at this trend line here, and the height of this trend line is 126.93. It has come up to 126 at a pip and retraced. 126 I told you about, and I said to watch that level and be a good area to short. I've told you a few times. I hope some of you got it. So however, so we've got that pin bar reversal on the monthly. This here is an inverted head and shoulders. We now need a close on the daily above 126, right, to make that play out. You know, 126 is big resistance. It may not break it. It may not. Told you about 126. If you look at the weekly, 127.92 is also the upper trend line. Let's go here, 127.92 on the weekly. This trend line here, we got to watch that. 50% of the fib, sorry, 50 of the fib is 127.92. Just above that we have this upper trend line here, so just keep an eye on that area. Should it close above here on the daily and go up, you're going to find resistance there. On the 4 hour, however, on the 4 hour, let's go to 4 hour. Let me just change these lines, guys, because this is on my other platform I was working on last week and I didn't change them on this one. Forgive me. 4 hour, this here was a bullish flag. Price is broken up, didn't retest it, and now looks like it's going up. And look where it came back off, right? But 2-3 pips below the 365 EMA on the 4 hour. I tell you, put an order 5 pips below or above. When it hasn't come to in a long while, on the website when it's been launched, there's detail on all this, and I go through videos on all this and PDFs and everything, so you'll be able to get this system more clearly. Right, bang, down it came. Now this is where I'm going to be a bit careful on the euro, and I'm going to leave it tomorrow unless we have a breakout above 126. If we have a breakout above 126 on the 4 hour close above this EMA, I may take a long. However, I'm going to leave it because the Swissy, and the Swissy's been in a clear downtrend. I said to you loads of times about the SMB of coming into play. They said they weren't going to get involved anymore, and since then it's been like a deflated balloon and it's come all the way down. It is now clearly in a downtrend. It is closed below 78.6. However, I am very mindful of the fact that the SMB do not want the Swiss franc this strong. They want it up around here somewhere. They do not want a strong franc. I've said it to you before, the Swiss are an export country. Now should it get back up to 10800, I will short it there. However, once I'm in 20 pips, 25 pips in profit, I will be whacking in my stop loss at break even, taking half my trade out. I won't do a third this time, and I will let it run. And that's the way I'm going to play. I'm so mindful of the SMB that I'm just a little bit worried about him. But should it get up to 10800, that is where I'm going to look to go short. We've got the weekly 55, the daily 365, the daily 200, and I went through this last night with you and told you where to put your stops, so just keep an eye on that. The Aussie dollar is also in a clear downtrend. Personally, don't touch this till after all that Aussie dollar news is out. I will look at this at the Frankfurt London Open tomorrow and decide. After all this has all died out tomorrow, and should we get back up to 85, 85.50, then I may be interested in shorting there, depending on what the news is. And that's the best thing you can do when you got such big news. Wait, sit tight, let it die down, and you will have to see what the news comes out with on that one. What else have we got? The US dollar CAD, this looking like it could go back up again. It's in a very severe downtrend. I've showed you before on the weekly and the monthly. However, if we go back up to 108.30, 108.50, I may be interested in shorting it up here if we get up there. The Bollinger Bands are opening, the stocks are starting to turn up, MACD's level, so EMAs are turning up, they're starting to interbraid. If we get back up around this area, I may be interested in shorting there. The reason I'm not going to long it up to there is we've got all this resistance here, tons of it. If I get something like this, something like that, and it comes off of here, 74.0750, I may short it there. That's my views on the CAD. I've gone through the Aussie yen with you, I think, haven't I? Yeah, I think I have. No, I haven't. The Aussie yen, I'm very bearish on the Aussie yen. However, all things Australian, I will wait till that news comes out tomorrow. It's in a severe downtrend. Areas I would look to short tomorrow, depending on the news, is 75.50. Various reasons. Previous support resistance, you got the weekly 200 EMA just above it. There's a fib level around there as well. It's around the 23, 25 of the fib. You know, but let the news come out, let it die down. I won't look at this before Frankfurt Open. It could send price nuts, so be very careful on the Aussie dollar. Euro yen, very difficult at the moment. It depends on what the euro does, so I'm actually going to leave this. However, if you see here, we got price being pushed down into a wedge on the daily. If we change that to a 4 hour, You can see here as well, price has been pushed here. It's been held up here by the 4-hour 55 EMA, and it will have to decide one way or the other. Should it break up, I may take, and the euro is also looking a bit bullish, I may take this long. Don't forget we got this is the weekly 55, 4-hour 55 up. No, that needs to be changed now, because since I did it last time, we have got the 200, sorry, the 4-hour 200 just up there. So just be very, very careful. If you're in the mindset this is going to go down, then if I was you, I would wait for a close. What level is this? I would wait for a close on the 4-hour before below 109.74, and if you're going to go up, wait for a close above the 89 EMA here at 11028. And that's what I do on the euro yen. So again, be very careful tomorrow, guys. I'm putting the website live, I think, from next Monday, so all that should be good, and I'll talk to you about more of that later in the week. So take care.